Hi, this is Artizán. Welcome to the Songwriting Workshop. Today we're looking at David Gilmour and his work, both inside Pink Floyd and his solo work. Before he's going out of tune. But first, this video segment, we'll be looking at the meaning that he's projecting and his lyrics. Both Pink Floyd lyrics, so it could be Roger Waters as well, but yes, the Pink Floyd meaning and David Gilmour all the lyrics that and all the topics that he's got to talk Okay, so I'm back again. I got rid of the guitar that is constantly going out of tune, and we are looking at only lyrics for the career of David Gilmour, Pink Floyd lyrics. The first one is Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I absolutely love this song. I think it's one of their favorite songs. It's a memorandi of how Syd Barrett, their original guitarist and singer and songwriter, got gradually insane, and they could not work with him any longer. And David came to the band as a replacement, first an extra guitarist, first a second guitarist, and then as Syd Barrett's mental condition declined, he gradually took over and stayed on. I think Pink Floyd is completely different with and without Syd Barrett. I love Syd's two solo albums. What was the first one? I can't remember now, but it's irrelevant. I'm going to look into Syd Barrett as well. The way he writes songs, very almost pompously psychedelic in an English fashion. But going back to Shine On Your Crazy Diamond was when they first saw this man who was their friend and their partner for a few years, and they've achieved successes with him, and they've seen him declined and unrecognizable. He kind of looked like a Superman villain, overweight, bald, wasn't a curly head, wild-eyed rock star that he used to be back in the 60s, mid-60s. Okay, I'm just gonna read this and see what happens. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Remember when you were young, you shone like the sun. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Now there's a look in your eyes like black holes in the sky. Shine on, you crazy diamond. You were caught in a crossfire's childhood and stardom, blown on the steel breeze. Come on, you target, you faraway laughter. Come on, you stranger, you legend, you martyr, and shine. You reached for the secret too soon. You cried for the moon. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Threatened by shadows at night and exposed in the light. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Well, you wore out your welcome with random precision. Rode on the steel breeze. Come on, you raver, you seer of visions. Come on, you painter, you piper, you prisoner, and shine. It's very interesting. What caught me is Roger Waters said something about this that could have inspired this line. Well, you wore out your welcome with random precision, rode on the steel breeze. There was an infamous rehearsal session where he came down with the song "Do You Get It Yet?" and the band started learning the song, and he kept changing the riff. So they can't they got it, and then they couldn't get it because the riff was constantly changing. And yeah, wearing out your welcome with random precision is basically if you can't have fun whilst you're playing, or if you can't have fun during the creative process with somebody you had before, it changes the aura of the game. I mean, you'd have to have some cool-headedness. I think the best way I found to be able to write is you have an idea, you put that down on paper, or you just record it, shelf it, and then when you're not on the inspirational energy, but a bit more calmer. I mean, everybody has this wave going. You know, sometimes you're a bit happier, sometimes you're sadder, and you know, it could be mental illness. If it's like if you're so happy and you're so sad, so deeply sad, one after the other. That's, I think, bipolar disorder. But it's nothing like that. It's just if you can't win in a game, sometimes you will end up not playing the game. So very interesting. It's very, very interesting. I could still not put my head across why he had to go down that path. I mean, Syd Barrett, the subject of this song. Very interesting. Sometimes when you're so enlightened, you don't just stop caring. I don't think that was the situation with Syd. I think he just went on and escaped into himself, into his own psyche, and wasn't really opening up anymore. And the music business has this reputation that it doesn't really allow for much time to dwell on things. It has to be in and out. You know, you have to go and do things. You have to record an album. You go on touring. Back in the old days, I mean, now like with the last 20, 30 years, with the rise of MP3 and then the rise of Napster and all that followed, the streaming services, the game is constantly changing. But you have to keep making things seem to be in motion for it to land an impact. Like I do understand that I'm the type of person who's not very out there. Like I do have a charisma, so to say, but I don't really. I'd prefer to hide. So I understand that side of Syd Barrett, and but I also I can empathize with all the other guys in the band, both Roger Waters and David Gilmour, the two main songwriters of Pink Floyd. That it's for them it was not, for Syd it was something else at that point. For them it was survival, like, okay, well, you know, we've got this brand called Pink Floyd and we've achieved some successes and we'd like to continue, and how can we do that if he cannot play? Syd used to make one noise with his guitar throughout the whole concert, like, you know, it was just randomly detuned it. Pretty much like a precursor to the Cure. I think that maybe Syd Barrett inspired the Cure. I mean, I might be wrong, but that could have been the case. Anyhow, this was one of David Gilmour's favorite songs, personal favorite songs. So the second one is "Wish You Were Here." Once again, it's the same guy who they wrote this to. I'll look for this lyric. "Wish You Were Here" lyrics. Bring it up and we'll have a look. Okay. I think, you know, off the top of my head, this lyric is pretty much once again about Syd Barrett and how they miss him, and they wish that things would be the same or similar again, but again, it's not a possibility, and it's a sad thing to acknowledge that you cannot undo what has happened anymore. I'll read this out loud and see what happens. "Wish you were here, and disciplinary remains mercifully." Wow, that's a mouthful. "And disciplinary remains mercifully." Yes, and with you, Derek, this star nonsense. Yes, yes. Now, which is it? I'm sure of it. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? A smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? Hot ashes for trees? Hot air for a cool breeze? Cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year, running over the same old ground. What have we found? The same old fears. Wish you were here. It's interesting. Psychedelics in the 60s were a thing, both with Alan Watts and all the other gurus. But psychedelics are also very good in treating certain kind of depression and mental illnesses. Once again, at a cost of caring for reality. So maybe if somebody's depressed, let's say, and gets to an ayahuasca trip where it's legal somewhere in the South Americas, they might find that they will change their perspective, and well, you know, you get to meet entities from out of this world, from a, let's say, different dimension, non-human and non-earthly powers, and usually the message is nudging the person to a direction where they should be going, and it's basically I think the message could be summarized with like, don't get too ferocious and daring, but also don't get too depressed, because life is about playing it, and you get the most out of life by being your genuine self and going for it, and dare to explore, dare to play. You need to dare to play. So if you don't play because you're full of fear, that's not good. If you're like Evel Knievel and you jump off an airplane without the parachute and smash to the ground, and then it's game over. You can't create more. So it's a very interesting concept where, like, well, I'd say I'd take an eye-opening trip over suicide, uh, because you get to try again if you don't die. So yeah, heavy, heavy, heavy stuff. The other thing I like in this is, did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cold breeze, cold comfort for change? And you see, it's fantastic because it's referring to certain beliefs that you make for yourself, but because you're a suggestible human being, some thing or some interest groups can put thoughts in your mind. You thought uh, they were yours, but in fact it's just a mass propaganda. It's massively propagandized. So when it's out of the ordinary, deviating from the norm, um, well, like a person's behavior, a person's way of thinking, one answer would be to look at what kind of brainwashing they went through their interests, groups, the country they live in, the secret services of those countries that have done experimentation, extensive experimentation on the mind, all that stuff. I mean, the UK and the US is a right place to look at, but do not discard the Soviet Union. The KGB was also running their own thing, and the Soviet Union. I'm not sure if it was the KGB or a different department, but they've been doing experimentation, like uh, quite inhumane experimentations. Okay, let's get to the next one. I'll have a little look here. The third favorite song was Comfortably Numb, which, I mean, I think everybody knows this. Comfortably Numb, well, I'm just gonna put it into AZ lyrics. Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. Let's have a little look. Okay, here we go. That's from the Wall movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. And the reason why is it's a post-traumatic stress disorder movie of something that impacts your life, but it's not there for you to realize at first. But the only thing you're aware of is a gaping vacuum of space where something's not there, and then it impacts you profoundly. Like I do have genetic as a DNA memory or something. I think I do have a little bit of that, which is like innate fears. Like everybody jumps when they see a snake-like thing. So it's like, when was the last time we've been at the savannas back in the day, jumping away from snakes? And in Hungary, you get like tiny, tiny little snakes and lizards. It's nothing dangerous anymore, but we still jump because it's ingrained in us over years, over generations and generations. So yeah, I think war. Um, what's this? The impact of war on people and their descendants have uh, impacted me as well. Let's just say that to kind of cut it short. I don't want to ramble. Comfortably Numb. Okay, it's about a guy who has it all, but something's missing. It's basically a Daddy Where You've Been To and Mommy Didn't Love Me movie. Um, really, Daddy got killed in Second World War, and Mommy was too controlling. I think that was the gist of the movie. I invite everybody to watch Pink Floyd, The Wall, the animated movie. It's an absolute masterpiece. It's just like I cannot speak more highly of musical than Pink Floyd, The Wall. It's one of my absolute favorite. But comfortably numb, I'll read this out loud. Hello, is there anybody in there? Just nod if you can hear me. Is there anyone at home? Come on now. I hear you're feeling down. Well, I can ease your pain. Get you on your feet again. Relax. I'll need some information first. Just a basic fact. Can you show me where it hurts? There is no pain, you are receding. A distant ship smoke on the horizon. You're only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like two balloons. Now I get that feeling once again. I can't explain. You would not understand. This is how I am. I have become comfortably numb. Okay, just a little pinprick. There'll be no more. Ah! Sorry, but you may feel a little sick. Can you stand up? I do believe it's working. Good. They'll keep you going through the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain you are receding. A distant ship smoke on the horizon. You're only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. The child is grown. The dream is gone. I have become comfortably numb. It's interesting, isn't it? When you think there's nothing more to learn with the child's curiosity, I think there is. I mean, so far I had a really colorful life myself. Let's see the fourth, High Hopes. That's the fourth favorite song of David Gilmour. And here we go. High Hopes. Not Panic at the Disco. No, Pink Floyd. Let's see. High Hopes. Not entirely sure which one. I should hear that, but let's have a look. I'll just read the lyrics. High hopes. Beyond the horizon of the place we lived when we were young. In a world of magnets and miracles, our thoughts strayed constantly and without boundary. The ringing of the division bell had begun. Along the long road and on down the causeway. Do they still meet there by the cut? There was a ragged band that followed in our footsteps, running before time took our dreams away, leaving the myriad small creatures trying to tie us to the ground, to a life consumed by slow decay. The grass was greener, the light was brighter, with friends surrounded the nights of wonder, looking beyond the embers of bridges glowing behind us, to a glimpse of how green it was on the other side, steps taking forwards but sleepwalking back again, dragged by the force of some inner tide. At a higher altitude, with flag unfurled, we reached the dizzy heights of that dream of world. Encumbered forever by desire and ambition, there's a hunger still unsatisfied, our weary eyes still straight to the horizon, though down this road we've been so many times. The grass was greener, the light was brighter, the taste was sweeter, the nights of wonder with friends surrounded, the dawn mist glowing, the water flowing, the endless river, forever and ever. Hey? Yes. Is that Charlie? Yes. Hello, Charlie. Great. Well, that's very interesting. Okay, fine. Okay, The Great Gig in the Sky is our fifth choice. Let's copy this out and have a look here. Don't want to waste your time. And I've been going for 25 minutes now. It's crazy. Okay, yeah. Great Gig in the Sky. Oh, okay. The Great Gig in the Sky. And I'm not frightened of dying. Any time will do. I don't mind. Why should I be frightened of dying? There's no reason for it. You've got to go sometime. I never said I was frightened to die. Oh, what was that? Hang on there for a second. I'm gonna have to stop this. I'm gonna have a listen to the song. Okay, I got it. Great gig in Sky. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at the last one. The last, Echoes. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess that's gonna be another psychedelic thing here. Echoes. Overhead the albatross hangs motionless upon the air, and deep beneath the rolling waves in labyrinths of coral caves, the echo of a distant time comes billowing across the sand, and everything is green and submarine, and no one showed us to the land, and no one knows where's or the wheres or whys, but something stirs and something tries and starts to climb towards the light. Strangers passing in the street, by chance two separate glances meet, and I'm you, and what I see is me. And do I take you by the hand, and lead you through the land, and help me understand the best I can? And no one calls us to move on, and no one forces down our eyes. No one speaks, and no one tries, no one flies around the sun. Cloudless every day you fall upon my waking eyes, inviting and inciting me to rise, and through the window in the wall come streaming in on sunlight wings a million bright ambassadors of morning, and no one sings me lullabies, and no one makes me close my eyes. So I throw the window aside and call to you across the sky. That is fantastic. I love this. It's something like I think it is after you had an epiphany of like, well, everything, you are one, you are the universe, and everything is one, and you're just reliving your experiences one after the other, and she is you and you is her, and all that shebang. It's very interesting. I like these enlightened things. Hope I can play you something as an outro. Let me see if I can find something good. It's not letting me finish. Let's try this one more time. See you soon. Have a nice evening.